me just jump on not anime but manga. One Piece chapter 1138. I don't know if Jet's
Talk
caught up.
about it.
I'm not gonna
Talk about it.
Hey, fire, absolutely fire chapter. Me and Cody were talking briefly yesterday about it too. Oh man, like if this goes down the way it's looking like it's gonna go down, like John, I really do hope you end up on One Piece. Like Oda is just and Cody did a perfect analogy, which I'll get to in a little bit, but this might be the greatest anime if everything goes well, adapted and everything. It might be the greatest anime of all time. I don't think there could be an argument for it. The story from beginning to absolutely end with the little crumbs and shit going in. I've said this multiple times. He brings shit up in an episode, fucking 40 that comes up later in episode 90, 100, whatever the case may be, and it all just connects. It's fantastic. That chapter was absolutely amazing. The way it started, after the way it ended on 37, we're like, oh shit. I don't want to give away too much because if you guys haven't caught up, then that's fine. But they reveal the character and his lineage. I'll keep it like that, and that was fucking crazy. Like that was nuts. Like we've seen this character throughout the entire since early. Like I don't even know if it was chapter 1. I think it might have been chapter
episode 1 for sure.
Yeah, episode 1. Yeah, episode 1. And so right now we get some fucking details on him, and it's insane. It's fucking insane. It was phenomenal. But then the way it ends, and the whole chapter was phenomenal. But the way it ends, and what's all over TikTok right now, and the image it's all over, and everybody's talking about is the way that the whole world of One Piece it's kind of prophesized, and people were just looking into that final prophecy. I think it was World 1, World 2, and then World 3, I think is the way he did it. And people focusing on World 3 and all the different images that are in that World 3 picture and everything that's going to conclude One Piece, potentially. Fuck, man. What an amazing chapter. What an amazing chapter. And I am so fucking pumped and excited for that to get adapted, for the manga to just continue and one day end. The ending is in sight, man. Like it's there. We're seeing the fucking light at the end of the tunnel, and it's bittersweet. It really is. But I'm excited to see that fucking light at the end of the tunnel and see how all this is going to conclude. I can't wait. Phenomenal chapter. Go check it out. Can't wait for you guys to watch it in anime. I'm glad I started reading the manga because wow. But Jet, anything you want to say on that?
Yeah, so I had a whole video I did reading the chapter at just the request of one of my high school friends. He was just like, bro, you have to live react to this. And so I did. And that video was actually pretty fun to do, just kind of talking to myself, as weird as that sounds. But I really had fun doing that. So I might just do that every week. It was a really fun video to make personally. Just like J-Mac said, just seeing that, because I was even talking about, man, is this a clone? Like, what is this really? And we get that answer right away, and I was like, man, this is fucking amazing. And then seeing his weapon, which I didn't even recognize that was his weapon at first, and then you get like the zoomed out shot, and he says that's his sword, and I was like, yo, what the fuck? This dude is crazy. So hopefully we get to see like an interaction with them. I'm sure we will at some point in time, but man, I can't. It's crazy to even fathom just getting more information about him at this point in time. And yeah, we get to the stunner of the chapter, and it's man, I was kind of overwhelmed. There was a lot to take in right there on the spot as I'm recording, because I didn't want to sound like a dumbass of just the whatever I'm thinking of at the time. But yeah, I even made a joke about it, how people are probably going crazy singing Sky P's praises about how lore heavy everything was, because I was just talking about how, because to this day I watched episodes of One Piece at night, just going through the series just to remember shit. And I had just finished Sky P. I'm in Water 7 right now. I'm like halfway through Water 7, and yeah, Sky P, that shit is lore fucking heavy. Like, and I know some people don't like it, but man,
motherfuckers that skip that shit. Oh my god, because that was going around for a while. Skip it. Don't you guys don't have to watch Skypiea. Nah, you fucked up. You fucked up.
There's no way. Skypiea is like, I know the jokes and I get it. They're funny, but at the end of the day, like the real shit, like the foreshadowing, the storytelling, like it's all masterful. And he's already proven that he's a masterful storyteller. Like, we didn't need this to happen, but just for it to happen, it's like, man, Oda, there's nobody like him.
Yeah, honestly,
Like
bro.
there,
Honestly,
there's nobody like him. Like I will say, like there's stories like, and this is it is, but it is what it is. Like Attack on Titan to me, like the twists and turns, the shocks that story gave me personally, like I still have it right there with Attack on Titan. I think both of those stories to me, two of the best stories that I've read in fiction, in my personal opinion. And then, I've seen stories, I've seen movies, different things like that. But those two, the twists and turns, and there's been shocking things in One Piece, like the elephant on Zoe, like that shit. There's been things that have genuinely like shocked me. Like I'm like, whoa. But I would also throw Attack on Titan in there, and there's a bunch of stories. But going back to One Piece definitely, deserves credit, is in that conversation, is right there at the top of that conversation. It's crazy. And I had talked about the last time we were talking about that Robin chapter. I think I had talked about it, the week before, and then you had talked about it. Elbaf, I've enjoyed Wano. I enjoyed Whole Cake. I've enjoyed these arcs, Egghead. This is the most fun I've had reading One Piece in a long time. This shit is amazing. The lore that we're getting, the personal stories that we're getting, Robin, seeing the giants, the connections, the character, I can say his name, fucking Shamrock. Like it's this shit is fun. It's fun every week reading it, and yeah, One Piece is amazing. So
one thing I'll say, that Cody did the analogy too. And I don't know if he said this or if he saw a comment. I think it was a comment, but either way, Cody brought it up to me, and he was like, if this wasn't a manga and this was like a book, a novel that somebody just wrote and considered a novel, that this would be considered up there, like as one of the greatest novels in history, like up there with the Odyssey, any books that we might have read in school and shit like that. Like at the end of the day, the story that this is being told, and I agree with it. I'm there with him, so it's not like it's something he just said. I agree with that statement, and I absolutely, like, from beginning to end, the story is phenomenal. The characters are amazing. Like he even mentioned, like, this shit like would be taught in schools, and this would be some shit that you would read in school. Like One Piece is that type of story and shit. Like, and I don't know if I would go to that far, but like, because it's hard to do that, because I mean, obviously the Odyssey and shit like that's just school literature and shit. But this is a manga, so it's kind of hard to
that's gonna
picture it that way, right? Like it's hard to picture it that way. But like if you just think of it in a story perspective, I think I can agree with it.
I see the point, and it goes back to the things that you were saying earlier about just how much he's alluded to things from the first chapter, the first episode to things that we're seeing now. So I get the analogy. I just feel like One Piece is like too goofy, I guess, to like with the Odyssey. Like that's like, man, like, and I'm not saying story wise, but just how like serious it is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if people would like be able to put that with Odyssey. I feel like story for story, I think it could compete for sure. Yeah. Like I don't see how it couldn't. There's too many characters. Shit connects. Nothing is in that story that is not important. Everything is fucking important in that story.
Yeah.
Laboon is fucking. He has his own thing. Like everything matters in One Piece. So like I get that aspect, but yeah, you know how snobby people are.
Yeah, for sure.
These goofy motherfuckers.
And at the end of the day, it's still a manga, so it's going to be hard to compare it to an actual piece of literature that's meant to be like that. But yeah, man, One Piece. I said it, man. All Oda has to do is just finish it. Just give us that fucking ending.
Man,
this will be the greatest thing I think ever. And it's going to be very hard for other people to debate that. If you haven't seen it and your only argument, like John and Andrea, is it's just too long, that argument goes out the fucking window, because it's going to be amazing, man. And I hope it is. Like I have no doubt, whatsoever. I'm excited. It's been a long journey. Jet did that reaction of growing up with One Piece. That was me, man. I was growing up with One Piece. I was a kid, man. I watched the 4Kids dub in the 90s. That's when I grew up with or first saw One Piece, and I'm fucking 33 now, 34 now. I don't even know. I'm fucking 34 this year. So it's crazy. Oh, yeah. It's since I was a fucking kid watching the 4Kids dub to 34 years old. That's how long One Piece been around. It's fucking insane. And It's just phenomenal. So.
I think the crazy thing, if he ends this right, if Oda ends One Piece right, for how much doubt and the amount of jokes are made, like for example, One Piece being friendship and different things like that. If Oda is able to end One Piece greatly to where the overwhelming reception, and not from One Piece fans, but from Naruto fans, from Dragon Ball fans, and there's gonna be like, the dickheads that are like, it's fucking trash. Yeah, what the fuck? But if like the real ones are like, wow, and they give it props, I don't know how you don't call it the greatest. Truth be told, I really don't. I mean, it might be personal preference at that point, which is fine. One Piece just isn't, for you. That's totally understandable. But as far as giving it, the respect that, they did that. That was 25 years of storytelling, and they actually ended it, and it wasn't friendship. The One Piece was actually something, crazy or just good. It was good storytelling.
Yeah.
It's gonna be nuts. I can't wait for the day. I can't wait.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be insane.
And I said it in my video. I'll wait for the official scans right now. When One Piece comes out, buddy,
there's no waiting, man.
There's no fucking waiting, boy.
Oda would just have to drop that chapter himself. Like,
you know what I'm saying? I'm be on that TCB scans immediately.
Yeah. Damn. Nah, Oda's got a plan, and he's had a plan from the beginning. It looks like, man. So it's like he's got it mapped out exactly the way he wants, and that ending is gonna be phenomenal. I think. Man. And then we got the live action showing up in a few months, this year. So, and then we got the Lego One Piece that you're going to see some pieces behind me. I got a whole man cave going up over here. So maybe one of these days I'll turn the camera around. You guys can see what the fuck's happening.
There's the remake.
Works in progress. And then we got the remake. Oh my God. I can't wait for the remake. I can't wait for the remake, man. We did that little reaction to that video on YouTube. And
I can't wait for the next episode of that.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true too. Yeah, man. Man, One Piece, John. We're eating good, man. You discovered Bleach. Enjoy your time with Bleach. Enjoy that ride with Bleach. Hopefully one day you'll be like, you know what? Let me see what's going on over here. Let me actually give it because you know what, you watching Bleach and doing the 200 episodes or whatever. I know you're not gonna watch the filler. That's a lot of episodes for you, John. That's a lot, man. So hopefully that's just like dipping your toe and you're like, hey, all right, I could do a little bit more. I can do it. If you can.
You don't even got to say that. He was ready to watch 800 episodes.
Yeah, he was ready to watch 800 episodes.
I was going to get to 800.
Get the you were ready. You were ready.
You were ready to do it. And look, if all you got to do, all me, Cody said, Justin said it, get to Arlong, which is those first 60 episodes. Which is nothing now, right? You're good. You were ready to watch 200. You're going to watch 200 episodes. Those first 60 episodes, yeah, get there, bro, and you'll know about. Like, hey, this I'm with it. Let me see.
And the crazy thing is, that's what the live action covered. Like he liked that story.
That is true.
It's just better. It's better in the anime.
Yeah, it is.
Why better? Because there's more episodes.
It's the music. It's the way that the scenes are going, the characters, the voice acting. It's everything. It's just better. It's just
tonally better.
Because my thing when the One Piece live action got announced is I just kind of felt like it's going to be hard to translate One Piece. Like I just felt like that was one manga, one anime that just does not work in live action. And they did it, but it wasn't perfect. I enjoyed the fuck out of it. I enjoyed it more than I thought.
It's the best, I think, adaptation we've gotten, honestly. Like,
yeah,
it really is.
It really is one of the best for sure. But the anime, that first part, they were cooking with hot grease. Arlong, in my opinion, that's still a top 5 arc to me.
Yeah. One of the greatest moments, I think, in anime history. That hat scene, man. We brought it up, John. I don't know if you were here actually yet. You weren't part of the pod yet when we were doing those scenes, but there's a scene. He fucking just puts a hat on Nami, and you'll understand the gravity of that. Or maybe you do a little bit because of the live action, but I think it's just more full force in anime. And it's just phenomenal. It's
that whole episode, because that episode is the walk too. They walk to the shit. Man.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully, John, you once you're done with your Bleach journey, man, you're like, you know what? Let me give it a chance. Let me actually give it this chance and see what's going on. And if by then you're not, you know what? Fuck it. I don't like it. Fine.
but you're not wrong, for loving Bleach or anything like that. Because I remember I was very I don't want to say against Bleach, but I did not want to watch Bleach. And then I finally did it. Yeah, and then I finally did it. Man, that shit was awesome. This TikTok account that is our LFG account right now. That shit started off with me making reactions to fucking Bleach. Like I would finish the episode, the theme song we playing, and I would be like, "Y'all were right about Bleach, man. This shit is crazy." So yeah, enjoy Bleach, and we won't lose sleep over it, but you would do yourself a favor.
I would hope you don't.
You would do. We were all, well, not J Mac, since a kid, growing up in One Piece. Me and Cody, I was not gonna watch One Piece. 1,000 episodes. Are you fucking dumb?
Bullshit.
J Mac told me it was his number one. J Mac told me it was his number one. And the type of person that I am, I like to do random shit that I think will, like, I guess be cool. Just like tell somebody that I'm doing something. So I started One Piece. One of the greatest decisions I've ever fucking made.
That's crazy, because I used to be the only One Piece guy in the fucking group.
Yeah.
There was Cody started watching it, Jet started watching it, Marco was watching it too at that time. It was like a lot of people were like, "Oh shit, well, welcome." Like, it's crazy.
Crazy thing with that too. Antoine started watching it. That was the number one Piece fucking hater.
Oh yeah.
Before like everybody else, we were talking about it. That guy hated One Piece.
Too long.
Yeah, he was the same argument. Yeah. He fucking loves One Piece now.
He's all caught up.
Yeah. He's somewhere past.
He's not caught up. Yeah, he's. I think he's already. No, yeah, no, yeah, you're right. He is somewhere in Whole Cake.
Yeah, he's somewhere over there.
Yeah,
800, 900 something.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Let us know if you read that chapter. Let us know what your thoughts on One Piece, because it's looking phenomenal. Leave all your thoughts on that down in the comments.